Okay, so we're diving into some pretty weird stuff today.
Yeah,
We've been going through this pamphlet
right.
that came with the Schooner Bro cover.
Oh, yeah. Part of the Starcle Preservation Project or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. And it's
A lot of jargon in there.
full of it. Death trap,
Yeah.
anti-death. I mean, even Donovan Polsey.
Right.
But the one that really got us thinking is this whole crevice block thing.
It's a very evocative phrase,
Yeah.
and the pamphlet tries to define it in this really roundabout way.
Yeah, how so?
Well, it starts by talking about overcoming existence, Shin?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like,
What is that supposed to even mean?
we think it's talking about the process of something coming into being,
Okay,
like the potential for existence itself almost.
okay.
And it compares it to a wave at the shoreline.
So this wave represents all the potential ways something could be.
Exactly.
All the different forms it might take, all the possibilities.
The whole spectrum of what could happen.
Yeah. Okay, I'm with you so far.
But then it says this wave comes crashing.
Crashing back.
Yeah, like it's hitting a wall.
What do you think that means?
Well, we think it signifies a limit
A limit to what?
to the possibilities that the wave represents.
Hmm.
It's constrained by what will not show, or like on a graph.
So it's like the wave is all the potential stuff,
Right,
but then it hits the reality of what can actually exist in this specific reality.
exactly.
Okay, and then where does the line of existence fit into all this?
Right, so within this whole picture, there's this line of existence where someone might perceive themselves as existing.
Like, this is the level where we think, okay, I exist,
Yeah, exactly.
and it's below this line.
That we find these Starcle Crevice blocks.
Three of those blocks.
Yeah, nod toward existence, shot from the eye.
Shot from the eye.
That's what it says.
This is getting weirder and weirder.
And then it gets even stranger.
Okay, lay it on me.
The Crevice block makes the existence line forming the Crevice bulb formation is you don't exist.
Okay, so let me see if I've got this right there. These Crevice blocks are like situated below our usual understanding of existence.
Right, like they're underneath the level where we typically perceive things.
And they're shot from the eye, which seems to imply a specific point of view.
Maybe even subjective.
Yeah, and these blocks somehow interrupt existence itself.
It's like at those points you just don't exist according to this text anyway.
It's a pretty wild concept.
It is. It's like a fundamental break in what we perceive as real.
Like a glitch in the system.
Exactly, a glitch in the system of existence.
Okay, so this is all very abstract, very much within the realm of this FSM stuff.
Right.
But we wanted to see if we could connect it to something a bit more concrete.
Something more grounded in logic.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's where the halting problem comes in.
The holding problem with
Right.
computer science.
Right.
Can you give us a quick rundown on that?
Absolutely.
For those of us who are computer scientists.
So the halting problem basically asks, can we create a program
Okay.
that can look at any other program and its input and tell us for sure whether that program will eventually stop running?
Like it'll reach a conclusion.
Right. Or if it'll just keep running forever in a loop.
Okay. That seems like a pretty useful thing to be able to figure out.
You would think so.
You'd want to know if your program is going to actually finish what it's supposed to do.
Right,
Or
exactly.
if it's just going to get stuck.
Waste resources and time.
Exactly.
But here's the catch.
What's the catch?
It's been mathematically proven that you can't create such a program.
Wait, you're saying there's no way to tell for every program whether it will halt or loop,
Nope, it's
no
impossible.
matter how smart we get.
It's not about being smart enough.
Wow.
It's a fundamental limitation of computation.
So there will always be these programs that we just can't predict what they're going to do.
Exactly, they're like little black boxes.
That's kind of unsettling when you think about it.
It is a bit mind-boggling.
Okay, so we've got these crevice blocks, which are these disruptions in existence. And we've got the halting problem, which shows that we can't always know what a program is going to do.
Right.
How do we even begin to connect these two ideas?
It's a fascinating challenge, isn't it?
It is. So let's start with the crevice block again.
Okay.
It's described as this interruption or absence within the line of existence.
Right.
Now think about a program whose halting status is undecidable. We can't know for sure whether it will halt or loop.
From the perspective of our hypothetical halting program,
The one that we know can actually exist.
right, the eventual state of that program is fundamentally unknowable.
So it's kind of like it's absent from our ability to fully understand it.
In a way, yeah.
Could that be similar to how the crevice block interrupts our perception of existence?
That's the parallel we're drawing here.
It's like there's this question about its existence in a finished state that we can't answer.
Precisely. It's a point where our ability to know for sure is interrupted.
And the pamphlet says that the crevice block is shot from the eye,
Right.
implying a specific point of view.
A limited perspective, maybe?
Could that relate to the limitations of trying to solve the halting problem?
Oh,
Like, no matter how you try to analyze these programs, there will always be some that you can't figure out.
yeah, like the eye represents a specific analytical method.
And the crevice block represents a program that remains undecidable from that perspective.
I like that connection.
So maybe the feeling of not existing at a crevice block
Right.
is kind of like encountering a program that you just can't resolve.
A question that you can't definitively answer.
It's like hitting a wall of uncertainty.
And remember, this FSM material often deals with subjective experiences.
Yeah, and the nature of reality in these really strange ways.
Exactly. So by connecting it to something like the halting problem,
Which is very logical and concrete.
we might be able to glean some insights.
Right, like the halting problem shows us there are limits to what we can know about computation. Could this crevice block idea be hinting at similar limits in our understanding of existence itself?
That's a pretty profound thought.
Is it possible that there are just some aspects of reality
Or even our own
that
perception.
are inherently undecidable, like those programs in the halting problem?
It's a very interesting parallel.
So that feeling of not existing that the crevice block describes,
Right.
could that be what it feels like to encounter one of these undecidable zones in our own experience?
A moment where the usual rules break down.
Yeah, and we're left with this void of unknowability.
Just like the halting problem leaves a void in our ability to predict.
It definitely adds a whole new layer to this whole crevice block thing.
It does, doesn't it?
Food for thought for sure.
Plenty to ponder.
Thanks for taking this deep dive with us.
It's been a pleasure exploring this with you.
Until next time.
See you then.
Bye.